What's up, my loves? It's your girl Diamond. I'm back with the all-new episode of The Real Housewives of Potomac. Let's get into it. So we continue the night of all the fighting that happened between Mia, Ashley, and Candace. So we see outside where her and Chris are saying, listen, just let it end for the rest of the night, okay? Be the bigger person. Let's end it. Okay, so it's still high tension, of course, but Rob and Giselle are over there still complaining about how they don't have a bathroom. Robin's so concerned about being on her period and how she doesn't use the bathroom downstairs with all the men, and that there is an inn, but it's a 2 5-star, and then there's a Marriott, but it's 30 miles away. Robin believes that Wendy is a terrible hostess to not have a bathroom for each guest. Wendy is literally over there eating her shrimp, making these funny faces about enjoying her shrimp, and I'm not mad at her for it. So she lets everybody know how, since everybody likes to be on an itinerary, we'll be going on a boat tomorrow and having lunch. Cool. So ever since that happened, she said it's been a nightmare with these chicks. This trip has been a beyond nightmare, but I'm not going to waste free childcare on these chicks. I know that's right, Wendy. So everybody gets in the van, and G notices that Candace is fiddling with Chris's head, and Mia said, when bitches fuck up, they make up. This could have been an opportunity for Candace to say something, but she didn't. She said in her confessional, listen, I could deal with people who push buttons, aka the forehead Darby. Now, Candace, you keep on talking about foreheads, but you got the face of a chipmunk squirrel. Like, we could read foreheads down, we could read facial structures down, but I'm going to need you to, go look in the mirror if you keep talking about someone else's forehead, okay? Next. Either way, so, Karen, throws shade at Robin because Robin looks miserable. She's talking about her cramps, and she's never had them when she was pregnant, and now when she's pregnant, I'm like, oh my God, Robin, I don't care about your entire period. You don't care about your period stories. I don't care. So, like she said, it'd be nice if Juan would show up just for the day. You guys stay the whole time, it should be so miserable. Either way. So then there's a conversation about having to play spades when they get to the house. G said, I'm not going to bed. I'm getting me a piece of ass. Mia said, some piece of ass now? Okay. So then he says to Chris and Eddie how his erection is up. I'm like, no, thank you. Don't need to know that. Then he points at Eddie and Chris and say, y'all average motherfuckers. I was like, G, stop. Candace was like, no, we're not going to do this. The brown dick is doing what it needs to do. I'm like, he's brown. This dick's not brown, it's white. No, it's pink. That's what Mia said. Listen, I don't need to know. And then Chris stands up to almost show it, and then the look on Candace's face when she was scolding him, it was so funny. It was funny. And then you're making Wendy uncomfortable. Here comes Giselle. And me. I can't with none of y'all. Good night. Oh my God. She said, I'll get my own Uber. So then here come Ashley, and I love the production. Shut up. Listen, Ashley, you haven't been bothering me this season, so I want you to please be quiet for this one. She said, talking about how everybody can talk about Michael, but he knows how to conduct himself when he's around people he just met. Flashback to 5 years ago, where he literally almost unpants, he almost unzipped his pants and almost jumped over the boat. You said, baby, no, we don't do that. So, Ashley, zip it. Zip it, Ashley. Zip it. Because I definitely feel like you were embarrassed. And this is your first interaction with the group. And how this is how Michael treated you. So, nope, Ashley. Nope. No. So then Jay's talking about pussy popping and something. So Ashley says, is there a strip club nearby? You want to go strip club, Ashley? No, because you keep talking about pussy popping. I was wondering. You the one that was asking. So I read into it a little bit. All right, cool. So everybody gets to the house. Rob and Giselle selling a hunt for these hotels. So they'll say, I'll drive 30 minutes. It's fine. We'll go to the Marriott. It's okay. So Chris and Candace are talking, and they're talking about the night. And Chris is just sick and tired of all the women going back and forth with each other. Just tired of it. And then you want to text someone's husband? Don't do that. Because Chris felt like he was making an ends roll with Ashley, saying something nice, possibly coming up with a cordial acquaintance with her before reaching friend status. Let's be an acquaintance to her. And you ruined that for me. See, he said no. That bitch took a side road. That's what raggedy bitches do. He was like, oh my God, girl, stop with the raggedy bitches, please. Stop, listen. She knew that you would respond. Hence why you said that. You baited right into her responding to you, which is true. You play right into it. I'm gonna say this. You're gonna probably rip me a new asshole, but she's not that bad. She has her moments, but it takes one moment. And Candace agrees. She agrees Ashley is not that bad, but it takes one moment to get me on my character. And that's the point that everybody's trying to make to you, Candace. You don't have to respond to everything. You can literally turn the other cheek and let them look stupid. It is okay to do that. So, of course, just end this with it's in all this with GVO. Good vibes only. Okay? So, while Robin and Giselle are packing up, Askell finds them as she carries her bags downstairs. And they're just talking about how, I can't go all the way up and down the stairs to the bathroom. My toe was broken in 3 places. Why did you come? So then she says, when you don't care about her, she continued being bitter. Bitter bitch is you, Giselle. You are the bitter bitch. Let's keep that clear. So Maya gets in the shower to get in her pajamas. She says, what's going on? So she sees Robin and Giselle creeping out to go to a hotel. She said, listen, what's going on? Why are you guys leaving? Because we don't have a bathroom. There's a whole lot of men in here. I don't like it. Ugh. So then she says, I'm not mad at Wendy, but if you're going to host a big trip, at least make sure everybody's accommodated. I'm lost, Robin. You said she was a bad hostess, but now you're not mad at her? Make it make sense. And then what if Juan shows up? We're going to share room with Giselle? Juan is never going to show up. He was never going to. So I don't know why you this mad or this concerned. Good night, Robin. So then, what was her name? Mia offered their room. She said, listen, I can wake G up. We can move somewhere else. Y'all could take our room, change sheets. This is fine. So no, it's cool. Blah. So cool. We'll just come back in the morning. I'll drive. It's okay. But it's over midnight. And I don't know if you guys are as intoxicated as them, but you guys gonna drive in a dark to area you don't really know. Is that really safe? So Askell says, let me know if you guys made it there safely. That's all. So while they're leaving, hold on, y'all. Sorry, y'all, that's my son's school. I had to get some things handled. So basically, yeah, so by the time that they leave, Eddie is looking out the window, and when Wendy's like, oh my God, they're trying to create a moment, which they were. I mean, obviously, to complain this much about a bathroom, I mean, even though you guys did not want to come. Robin, you sent a text to say have a good time. You felt like the invitation wasn't nice when she gave it to you, but yet she made another text to say, I'm still doing the trip. This is supposed to be positive vibes. You want to start over? This is the time for us to start over. Positive vibes only. Like, I don't know why you felt like you had such a nasty grief about the entire time, which is not true. And y'all didn't want to come anyway. So since y'all got scraps, just say you got scraps. That would have been a much better way for y'all to feel like you didn't feel completely accommodated by saying, Wendy, I know that we came late. I know that we said we weren't going to come. But girl, there's not enough bathrooms here. Oh, okay. I'm sorry about that. Like, we appreciate the invitation, but we want to be sure everybody else is fair. And since Robin and me, I have a broken toe, so I can't move it that much. She's on her period. We just going to get a nearby hotel. And just go about like that, if that's okay with you. It would have been a simple conversation, but no, y'all want to make it a big old deal out of everything. Good night. Day 2. Everybody's waking up and Maya and G are downstairs cooking breakfast, but they can't find no utensils. They're looking for the maid service. There's no chef. And they're talking about how when they live in luxury on vacation, they get everything done for them, so they don't have to do shit. Listen, when you have the money and you could do that, I'm not gonna knock the person for feeling like, they get the all exclusive class, you know what I'm saying? But sometimes it does get a little bit irritable that you really feel like it is so taboo of you to make your own bed, make your own food. It's completely taboo of you. Like, you've never had to do this before. Like, I would never want to come to the point where I am rich and famous, which I will be with my husband, that I completely forgot the fundamentals of living. The fundamentals of trying to find out how to make my own bed, fold my own clothes, make my own food. I would never forget that. I would never erase those fundamentals, learning those learning techniques in my mind. I would never forget it, because it would definitely make you seem as if you are erasing all that you went through to get to this point and you don't know nothing else. I would not want to do that. So, G starts talking about what happened last night because he wasn't listening, aka he was too drunk to pay attention. So at the end of it, she says Candace is a spoiled brat and she needs to grow up, which is true. Because at the end of the day, everybody has grown up to do in every area. All different types of area, we have to grow up eventually. So Mia talks to her kids to see how they were doing, how they're behaving with grandma. Karen talks to Ray, he's on his way. Ashley tries to talk to Michael about how the kids were sleeping. And Dylan slept good, but Dean did not get as much sleep. And he called him a bad boy. And Ashley didn't like that. She don't like those words. I don't like those words you try to use to express to my children. Like, I know we have two different parenting styles. We come from two different generations, but respect me when I say don't call my child bad. Now listen, I understand where Ashley's coming from, because apparently, in my family, we definitely have talked about how someone's kids was bad. Even with me growing up, we said so and so was bad. It wasn't a negative at times. I think it was just the fact of, when you know your kid bad, you know your kid bad. But nowadays, I don't know, you can't even say those types of words no more. You can't. Because some folks be a little bit too sensitive when it comes to saying your kid's bad as hell. But I feel like if your kid don't listen, what you want me to say? Your kid's hard-headed. What do you want me to say? Your kid has a smart mouth. What do you want me to say? Because I say my son's bad sometimes, but then I'm trying to come up with a much more way where it don't seem like it's alarming, especially to my mother. So if I say he's being a butt, she say he's not being a butt. He's just sleepy. He's not being a butt. He's just hungry. Don't say he's a butt. Like, my mom is trying to check me on doing that because she doesn't kind of want those repeated negative notions about when you talk about someone's child or your own child. Keep it positive or something. But I can understand what Ashley meant, and I don't think she even like really trusts Michael with automatically, like, Ashley's definitely trying to come from a different perspective of when it comes to disciplining her children and not label them as something that's already negative, which I can understand that. And everybody says good morning. They're coming down, and she asks G how he's feeling, and then G can't find the utensils in the kitchen because he's trying to cook. But what do you say? Yeah, she says, "So you cooking for everybody?" Oh no, I'm gonna cook for me and Mia. I don't cook for a large group of people. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad because at the same point in time, everybody picky with what they want to eat. If I want to make bacon and eggs, they're gonna say I do turkey bacon. I like my eggs scrambled. I like my eggs whole. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. Everybody be so picky, so nicky. They be nitpicky about what they want, how they want. You might as well go ahead and grab yourself buy yourself a skillet and grab yourself some bacon grease so you can do it yourself. Cause I'm not doing that. So I'm not mad at that. Mia had a taste of Ashley's breast milk in her coffee. Ashley touched on Robin and Giselle because they are, 30 minutes away at the hotel. So Karen said, listen, when food comes, Giselle will come. When food is out, Giselle will follow. So they have their own rooms, and then Karen checks them and say that the theatrics that y'all did was too much. Did you tell the host she was leaving? The host hasn't said shit to me, so I'm not gonna do that. Wendy said, you're lying. I greeted you very graciously when you guys came in, and she did. Hello, how y'all doing? I'm happy you guys came. GVO vibes, all that stuff. Have a good time. So good night. So listen, y'all can keep that over there. So everybody's still coming to the kitchen. Ashley's gonna go work out. And everybody is still pretty much drunk. Chris is drunk. Askel's drunk. Dre's drunk. Candace was passed out on the couch upstairs. Then Chris said, listen. How you feeling, Chris? I'm good. G tells Chris we need to get, I've been drunk. I have been undrunk. Now it's time to get re-drunk. Chris is like, all right, I'm down. So Wendy asked me how she feel about last night. Is she ready to talk to Candace? I'm always ready to have a conversation. I'm down. Just let me know. So, again, she wants to understand why does Candace go so low at times. And why she needs to be on attack mode. So, they're getting ready for the boat. Ray finally arrives. Karen's happy to see him. And, of course, she's trying to tell him what's happening. And then he said, I thought we were going to be on kumbaya mode. Candace still hungover. Like, is it a good idea to get on a boat when you're hungover? I got some Dramamine to help with the motion sickness. So, yeah, dinner was a hot mess, blah, blah, blah. Right, so Robin and Giselle made it. Giselle looked like a pilgrim in that dress. I don't know if I liked it. Now Robin had on this tiger printed overalls that looked as so floppy on her. It did not fit her shape. Looked as so weird. I'm like, why you wear that, Robin? So when Ray comes in, everybody was like, "Hi, Ray." So he looks at everybody. He looks at Giselle's toe. What happened? For fooling with your wife, I broke my toe. Karen, huh? How you broke her toe? How you missed the neck? I was like, come on, Ray. Come on, Ray. That was funny. Then Giselle wants to say her confession, though. I like Ray. I want Ray to live so I can laugh. Stop, Giselle. I can't even laugh at that. Stop. So, everybody gets on the boat. You know, Candace and Chris are still over there, hung over, motion sickness. So she brought motion sickness pill for everybody. And Escala and Robin have disappeared. They go downstairs because they have a conversation about what's going on between her and Wendy. So Robin says that she doesn't hold against Wendy. She just feels like it was improper planning, that everybody wasn't guaranteed a bathroom. So even though she felt like it wasn't directed towards anybody, her and Giselle still felt like it was a dig towards him. So I'm not going to know. Escala wants to have a good time. And it's really awkward that I'm friends with you and I was brought on by you, but I have gotten close with Wendy and I don't want to be put into an awkward position of being friends with both of y'all. Robin says she'll never hold that against her. Never hold against her that she's friends with Wendy. She likes her having being friends with Wendy, and that's not how it's going to go. And she does want to have a conversation with Wendy right now because it will be debatable and confrontational. And she doesn't want to get into that right now. So Mia asked Ray how does it feel getting into this blood marriage bubble and why are we celebrating 25th? He said, why not? We're not guaranteed tomorrow. And we don't know if we're gonna make it to 25 more years. So we might as well, celebrate what we got through, how did we get here, and it's all love. I love that. Yeah. Yeah, so she asked, does Robin like Wendy? She said, well, when I met her, she was down to earth, we clicked, we had a lot of fun, and now I believe I was wrong. So, like I said, Escala's definitely feeling torn about being close to someone when she was brought on by her friend who she's close to. Mia goes upstairs and tells, while she was getting food, she was ear hustling, she went upstairs and tell Wendy, I hope you're not the same person you were a year ago. Who said that? Robin. Oh, well, I'm glad I'm not the same person I was a year ago. Listen, when you grow, you evolve, you grow, you become different, you think differently. If you want to stay in the past, stay the same, then that's on you. And you need to get out of that mindset because everything's not going to stay the same. So, Mia was definitely being messy in this moment. So, Robin was like, what happened? And Mia actually said, Mia came reported that you said her, Wendy wasn't the same person she was a year ago. That's not what I said. I said the friendship was different than a year ago. Was a year ago. The friendship was different. Wendy said, that's not what you said, Mia. Oh, well, if I was wrong, I'm wrong. Now listen. Man, but you're not good at telephone. But what I will point out for this was, Robin, Giselle, y'all kept saying this entire season that Wendy's been different. Wendy's behavior has changed. Her attitude has changed. She has changed. So you guys are saying that Wendy is a different person than you were last year. Robin, you said it earlier this season. Wendy was not the same girl that I met a year ago. She is not the same person. Like, y'all have said that this entire time. So why is it that when Mia actually gets this type of telephone right, you say that's not what I said? But that's what you said. Y'all have been saying this entire time, so I'm confused as to why this time you saying the friendship. No, it's the person. Y'all kept talking about her behavior. Ever since she got her boobs done, ever since she's acting like this, free spirited, like y'all have been so hell-bent on trying to find out what is wrong with Wendy instead of accepting for who she is and supporting for who she is. Y'all, good night. Nope. So Mia didn't get this type of telephone wrong. She got this telephone right. The end of the day, Mia needs to get better being the bone carrier because it's not looking good. But this time, I don't think Mia was wrong. So, yeah, so she doesn't want to get into the debate. It's awkward. It's uncomfortable. And Wendy said, okay, well, you're an adult. It's someone who doesn't want to say they want to say something to me. That's fine. But just just letting you know, I am inviting for anybody. If you got something to say to me, the door is open. That's what I want to do. What I will say to you, Giselle, is I have been a gracious host to you. And I have never neglected a room to anybody. Everybody had a chance to pick their room and they were very happy with it. You just got left with the scraps and that was fine. And let me be clear, the house was booked before you broke your toe. So you can't say I didn't overlook anywhere. I didn't say I was looking at, the best way to make your accommodations feel worse, feel distasteful. No. It was done before you broke your toe. And you guys didn't want to come anyway. So help me understand that part again. So now then of course to say everybody knew that we were leaving. Nobody knew that you was leaving. Askiel and Mia knew, but since Askiel was the one that kept in task with making sure you guys were okay, she let y'all know that she let them know you were leaving. You never said nothing to nobody. Like she started talking about how when we left, nobody said how y'all doing, y'all make it safely. Hope y'all didn't cut by Freddy Krueger. I'm like, what the fuck, Giselle? So when it posted the text message that Askiel said, let me know if you guys made it safely, y'all said yes. So since Askiel was the one in the group chat to say, help me make sure y'all made it safely, she said we good. So she, expressed the message to everybody, told everybody that y'all was good. So it was no point for us to be like, y'all okay, y'all okay, y'all okay. You didn't need everybody in separate conversations to make sure you was okay. Get the fuck out of here, Giselle. It's like what Karen said. Well, Eskiel texted you, so we need to worry. She texted you, so good night. So then Giselle wants to act like, what was the conversation about? I'm so confused. Good night. Then while it's all going back and forth, Robin again wants to say, I'm not mad at nobody, but Wendy, understand I'm a germaphobe and we got men coming down the stairs and people piss on the floor. I don't do that. And everybody was like, who pissed on the floor? Who pissed? And Chris said, waking up out of his sleep, I didn't piss on the floor. Ray just got here. So that left Dre, G, and Eddie. But they didn't do that. Here come Karen. Robin, you pissed on the floor. That's okay. You pissed on the floor. You missed. I bet it was. Good night. Good night. Then she wanted to point out to be something more comfortable, something like that. But then, oh yeah, she wanted to see if maybe, that was Robin's main concern. But then maybe Gisela had more of a reason to leave. She said, I'm good on Wendy. I'm good. She's aggressive and she's aggressive and she's combative. Oh, well, you're a mean girl and a bully. Listen, Giselle, I don't know where you keep coming up with these aggressive tones because Wendy paid your ass dust. You're still feeling salty because she read your ass in Williamsburg, you and Wendy. Eat it and leave it alone. Good night. So you're a mean girl and then you do all this and then Robin was like, why are we doing this in front of the men? This is bullshit. Y'all want to hear this? Do y'all want to hear this? We've heard worse. We're just sitting here. Listen, Robin, you're going to have to shut up sometimes. Just shut up, okay? Because the fact of the matter is, now that you did not want this conversation, it wasn't even that bad of a conversation, okay? Because Wendy said, I have no ill will between you hoes. I've already said my piece. But right now, you keep on coming to me because I'm a host that I need to give y'all a fucking bathroom. All you had to do was conversate and communicate with me. You didn't. You didn't. So at the end of the day, I was a gracious host to you bitches. And y'all went above it and made it even more of an issue when it shouldn't have been one. So the fact that Giselle felt like you was mean, you was this. Giselle, you a mean bitch. You a bitter bitch. What the fuck you talking about? And how you acting, I don't know where this conversation went. Well, you wanted something to say, you had to say it, and Robin, let Giselle eat this shit. If Wendy wants to say she's a mean girl and a bully, eat it. Don't say nothing, because that's how it was the last time. You come in trying to defend Giselle, you get burned. Shut up, Robin. Just shut up. So at the end of it, Ashley goes to Pump and Sunbathe. She's done with this. And then Mia have a conversation with Candace because Mia was like, so it's resolved? No, but since you want some resolvement so bad with Mia, go ahead and have a conversation with Candace. Okay, I'll start. I obviously struck a nerve with the comments that I made to your mother. And I own that and I do apologize for it. I have to be conscious with the way that I say things. I do not want to, conflict any negative energy towards you. So, and I'm happy I got tissue next to me. So Candace talks about how she wasn't mad about the conversation with her mother. She was mad about the conversation, the low budget comment. The low budget comment. And she's, reliving her dream as an artist. So it's very hard and it's scary. Because I'm doing all of this by myself. And I don't know what the hell I'm doing. And I don't know if it's going to be received well. So I understand that, you might not respect, you might not understand my creative journey. But it's a lot for me, and I'm pouring what I am. And I want you to at least respect it. Okay? I did not want to cry. I didn't. Oh my God, Candace, you did not need to cry for this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But like at the end of the day, Candace, this all could have been said in the beginning. If you felt the low budget comment struck a nerve like it did, all you had to say was, listen, I'm a new artist. I'm paying everything out of pocket. It's not going to be all glitz and glamour. I'm trying, and I'm trying to put myself out there as a singer that I've always wanted to be. Come on, that's all you had to say. So, Mia said, I'm sorry. I know my boundaries with you, and I'll be mindful with what I say. I try not to purposely hurt you. She'll never instantly, she'll never meant to intentionally hurt someone, but she will be brutally honest, but she knows how to maneuver when it comes to Candace. So Candace said, now that I know the extent of your mother's history, I should not have said it. When I said the low budget comment, it was just a quick rebuttal. I did not mean to come out. I did not mean for it to mean what it meant for your mother's history and past sobriety. I did not mean it. So she said, listen, attack me all day. Just don't attack my mother, because my mother is a very strong woman. She is a recovering addict. She's been to prison. And I am very proud of her sobriety. It was asked how long she's been sober. 10 years. She's been sober for 10 years. She was in prison for 8. Both of her parents died while she was in prison. And there is a law or clause that if an inmate's parents dies, they have the ability to leave and witness them, get buried, have them bury their parents. But she did not go because they wouldn't take the shackles off for her to enter in the church, so she did not go in. That is super sad. So she starts to cry, and her grandmother was everything to her. And everybody was like, girl, it's okay, give her a triangle. Give her a triangle. Like, everybody cries in this group, some more than others. And it's understanding about how we can mesh together in the group, which was a very good moment. I enjoyed it. So everybody gets off the bus, not the bus, they dock to get off the boat, they get into the bus, they having a good time, driving back to the house. G points out that Ashley's in the back trying to go to sleep. He said, look at Ashley, y'all, look at Ashley. What the fuck y'all do? She over there sleeping. And then I think Robin said she caught Ashley with her mouth open one time. And Ashley said, listen, G, I'm sleeping. I'm busy. Go over there and mind yourself over there, please. I'm just trying to take a nap. Then G asked if I knew work, I wouldn't have said nothing. But again, Ashley, listen, I have a newborn at home. I barely get any sleep. So your behavior is irking me. She said this to the confessional. Now, I know I've seen the comments when this clip happened. They felt like she has a nanny. What's she getting like a sleep for? Listen, it's something about when you are a new mother or having another kid, you kind of feel like you're the only one that can understand your kid, how they sleep, how they want to be slept, how they want to be held. So the fact that she has a nanny, she don't have a live-in nanny. This nanny comes in throughout the day to help her out with Dean while she's with Dylan. So while the nanny leaves, it's practically Ashley by herself. Michael don't help. So she has to pretty much get any sleep that she can. As a new mother myself of 2 kids, one's about to be 1 next month, and another one's about to be 5. I tend to take a nap whenever I can because they both take naps the other day, and sometimes I stab myself in the foot for not getting as much sleep as I can because I be trying to stay awake, knowing damn well I need to be getting some sleep. So for Ashley, she was trying to stay up with y'all and have a good time when she should be getting some rest, and she didn't. So, at the end of the day, it's just like G kept on poking at her. He was being very loud and it wasn't funny. And listen, I'm on my side of the car. Can you please let me be on my side of the car, please? Ashley wasn't being rude. She said, well, I understand everybody was laughing. She was laughing too, but I think it was, I just want to take a quick nap. Just a quick nap. That's all I want. Let me just have a quick nap, please. So then I'm like, listen, your definition of fun is a little warped. Why don't you go talk to your wife? Talk to me. Why are you talking to me? Good night. I'm trying to go to sleep. Good night, G. Well, listen, I'm not gonna bother you. I ain't bothering you. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, fine. At the end of the day, that was the end of the episode where it left with G and Ashley arguing, which is gonna lead to the next confrontation between her and Mia. But that's it, y'all. That's all I have. But like I said, G kept on being loud. He kept on pointing the attention onto Ashley when Ashley wasn't doing nothing but going to sleep. Even Candace in the front seat to sleep. But of course, we're not gonna see her because nobody else was looking her direction because everybody was falling asleep on the boat ride. Chris and Candace was definitely asleep, but at the end of it though, I didn't like how G wanted to put Ashley on the spot like that for being asleep. He must have been joking, yes, but I don't know. Between G's behavior the entire weekend, I would have been like, I'm getting a little bit annoyed with you. Right now, I'm not even featuring you. I'm trying to take a nap. Help me take a nap. You took a nap like 5 times yesterday. Nobody said nothing. So, hey. All right, y'all. I'm going to see you guys in my next video. Please stay tuned. Please stay tuned for the next video. Bye.